I know, chasing that dough, hitting that road, getting that money, man. All I know, loading that foe, kicking down doors, getting that money, man. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it Grizzly. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it Grizzly.
You are now. We'll start it again. All right. You are now tuned into the Boxing Bros. I'm the Prince of Pugilism, and I'm here with my co-hosts. I'll let them introduce themselves.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Commissioner, Trill Bill.
And this is Ned's dad and Bill Collector G. I think Ned froze. We heard Bill Collector, he froze.
Yo,
hold on.
G Son. TVE.
Yo, G Son.
G Son. That's his name, G Son.
All one word. Yo. All right, I'm back. My bad. I'm connected to good Wi-Fi, yo. Yo, it's the TVE, baby. What up, what?
Why would you be connected to the good Wi-Fi from the jump?
Because my laptop likes to switch. Yo, when you have on Fios, it gives you two lines. So I wasn't on the 5G. I was just on the regular one. 5G there's no late delay or nothing like that. So my apologies, world.
Nice, son.
And you see who's in the building. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Cousins, what's good? I'm back. No Wilder fight, but I'm still here. We could talk some other boxing stuff.
We have a Wilder topic though, and I'm curious to hear Complex jump off the deep end on that one.
Let's go. You know how I do.
All right, so we're gonna jump right into our first topic. Caleb Plant says that Canelo is irritated by him because he's not intimidated. And so my question to you is, do you agree? Do you feel like these tactics are going to help him, hurt him, or do you feel like he's just full of it? So I'm going to turn it over to a man who wears many hats and has many names. Conspiracy G, what's your reaction to what Caleb said?
I'm be honest, I don't really believe what he was saying. I didn't get to finish that All Access, but I heard that part from Caleb Plant. And I just don't see like Canelo being bothered because you're not intimidated by Canelo. Like, I don't know if that even makes sense, but I like Caleb Plant's like mentality though. Like, he seems like he has no fear of Canelo at all. So hopefully that translates into something positive in the ring, but I don't think that phases Canelo either which way, whether he was intimidated or not by Canelo. I think Canelo's just going to do what he always does, and so, but I do like that Caleb Plant doesn't seem like Canelo's like a boxing god. He just looks at him like another opponent. So that's cool. So at least I know that, these two men are going to be fighting, and one guy's not fighting for a paycheck or out of fear, but fighting with the will to win.
All right, we'll turn over to Complex.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny saying like, oh, if you're scared or not. Like, you guys are professional boxers. Nobody should be scared of anybody or intimidated or nothing. Like Caleb Plant, I'm glad he's not intimidated. He shouldn't be. You're a world champion and you should act like it. And I don't think that really bothers Canelo either, because Canelo's been in there with multiple world champions. And I believe all of them came in thinking that they could beat Canelo as well, as they're supposed to. You're a champion. You're another man. You feel like you can beat. You're the best in the world.
Except one dude, bro. What was I can't remember the dude's name. Aleem or whatever, he didn't think he could win, bro.
Oh,
he showed up to get Canelo's autograph.
All right, yeah, that was that. Yildirim. That fight was so bad, I blocked it out of my mind. I glazed over.
He didn't think he could win, bro.
Yeah, I forgot that was. I remember. Yeah, jeez. So, anyways, apart from Yildirim, everybody else believes they can win, right? But a lot of guys have come in there not intimidated by Canelo, and they still get their face broken. I mean, look at old boy, what's his name? Billy Joe Saunders. I mean, Billy Joe Saunders came in there, fight week, swagger, all this stuff. Like, yo, I'm about to take out Canelo. Da 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 da. Look, man. At the end of the day, once you get in there, the whole game changes. So, I wouldn't be too worried about that. I do think Plant is very confident in himself, and I'm happy to see that. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference in the fight. but it's going to make for good entertainment leading up to the fight, and then once the bell rings, we'll see how it plays out. But I don't think Canelo cares, man. Canelo's been in there with so many killers, dog. Come on. I mean, I like Caleb Plant. He's a really good fighter, but I don't think Canelo's losing any sleep over Caleb Plant right now. So I don't think that matters at all.
I'm also now about to turn it over to another man who has many names and wears many hats. Trill Dollar Bill, the Commish. Now, Trill is also have a new title, the Canelo Whisperer, because he seems to, be tapped into all things Canelo. So, Trill, what's your reaction to what Caleb Plant had to say?
Caleb Plant, I like you. And this ain't like my homie G when he said he liked you. You know what I'm saying? I generally really like you. And I told you what to do. I said, get a fruit basket, put some cheese, a couple little snacks in there, and send it over there.
Some wine in there too.
And put some wine and all that in there. Send that over there to Canelo with a card and say, thank you for the opportunity, You're not doing anything to make it worse for yourself on that night. That's how I feel. This is like Complex was saying, Canelo is on a different level before. He done been in there with all types of killers, people that been in there thinking that even Colin Smith, everybody had him number one. This kid's confidence was through the roof. He was looking down at Canelo. He was smiling. He was like, this is going to be easy work. He left with 2 biceps on the same arm. You're not doing anything. Just focus on the fight. Focus on the fight. I said you didn't have a chance long time ago. The only one I said had a chance ended up with an extra bicep on the same arm. I'm being honest. In that division, in talent, I said the number one guy in that division was Smith. Listen, you guys, I keep saying this. I got to keep saying this. Everybody is they worried about the money. They worried about, y'all got to love this sport. Y'all got to put yourself in a position to win. Y'all so worried about protecting these O's that y'all are not putting yourself in a position to win. You should be over there trying to do as much as you can, get in the ring and spar with no matter whose crew they with, to give yourself a better chance. Forget all the mind games and all the petty stuff, because at the end of the day, this is boxing. And it's not going to be matters with your corner and nothing. It's you two guys when y'all get in there. So do yourself some justice and give yourself a chance to win, especially if y'all want to fight against a guy, no boxing, no life. Because you're not going to beat him with just words. You're not. And that's how I feel. It's not doing anything.
All right. You heard it from the Canelo Whisperer. Now we're going to turn it over to the expert casual, Ned the TVE.
What's going on? Well, for me, I feel like fighters always say stuff to build up their confidence, like get their mind set, because this is coming from a place of insecurity. I feel Caleb's not so. We all know what happened. We saw how quick and how Canelo finesses, and Caleb just knows he's walking into a battle he may not walk out of. So say what you got to say to hype yourself up, Caleb. You could put words. You could think Canelo feels some type of way. I just know Canelo is a warrior. He comes into any match prepared, and Caleb, you gotta come the same way. So just once the bell goes ding, it's all the words, whatever he's saying right now goes out the window. So
the irony is, he's saying that he's not intimidated from the one place where it doesn't matter. It matters in the ring. That's when you show whether or not you're intimidated. It's one thing to say you're not intimidated before the fight. And we've seen it happen before. We've seen the guys put on the tough guy act. We've seen the guys act aggressive. As a matter of fact, if you're a diehard boxing fan, you saw it last night. You saw it last night with the Jose Zepeda and the Josu Vargas fight. We're going to cover that a little later. But one guy was acting real tough. One guy was acting real tough at the press conference. One guy was acting real tough at the weigh-in and got sparked out. Easy money. Right? Look at what's his name? Erickson Lubin. Before his fight with Charlo, he was talking real greasy. He wasn't intimidated. He was the better boxer. Got sparked out real quick. Because at the end of the day, when you're a real fighter, it doesn't matter how much trash someone's talking to you. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you do in the ring, what you show in the ring, right? And so you say you're not intimidated. So did Billy Joe Saunders. But when the moment came, he stayed on that stoop. He stayed on that stoop and he didn't answer the bell. So you can prove you're not intimidated by answering the bell. You can prove you're not intimidated by the way you fight. You can prove you're not intimidated by your performance. But the one way you absolutely cannot prove that you're not intimidated is by the way you act in the pre-fight buildup. Means absolutely nothing. And I'll close with this. AJ, if you're listening, because it seems like you do, here's a fact, and here's some for you to put in your scrapbook. The great Floyd Mayweather used to say something that, my grandma used to always say common sense. Well, she always says common sense isn't common. Mm-hmm. And I never really thought of as something as simple as that is real. Floyd would say something so simple but so profound. When his fighters would say, you know that I'm different. You know I hit hard. You know all this. Floyd would say, you're going to have to make me respect your fight skills. You're going to have to make me respect your fight skills. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't care what you did, what you say, how tough you think you are. You have to prove to him that you can beat him. And this doesn't cut it. So prove it with your actions, not with your words. And what I wanted to say to AJ was, instead of giving fighters respect for what they've done in other divisions and what they've done in other fights, make them earn your respect in the ring. Don't respect anyone. He's accomplished a lot, but he has to show me he can do it to me. Until he does it to me, I don't care. That has to be your mindset, because that is Canelo's mindset. And Caleb, we'll see how intimidated or unintimidated you are on November 6th.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, he good.
He's not on mute. Yeah.
Check us out on Instagram.
He was for a second.
And check us out. Check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are just getting started. You know who we are. We're the Boxing Bros.
Hey, wait a second, man. Trill Talk, Volume 3, out right now on all major streaming services. Make sure you check that out. You dig?
Yeah, make sure y'all go cop that.